What? It says we got 8 people in my chat.
It says I got 0, but it is what it is. They didn't want to come mess with me anyways. They said, nah, man, he don't put out enough content. We ain't coming back. We not coming back.
Sons of guns.
Ooh, yeah. Sell off, boy. I can start coming through. Yeah, I can start coming in.
So did you call this one this guy called Bitcoin Top?
Yeah.
All right.
It was hilarious.
So here,
no, because I gotta tweet it out now. Okay, and then this is when everything was going down. What's good? What's good, PD? How you doing, bro? Just on time.
All right. What's so up, I'm posting 99? A link in the chat that says that links your version of this video. Thanks for everybody who's in here. If you're in here already, now it says 1 watching. Now it says 2 watching.
Look at you.
But y'all,
you don't know how to act.
Y'all also, please, if you would, help us little guys out with the algorithms. Hey, Deep Brain Dustin, and also be watching Kenzie's version of this stream at the same time. Just mute one of us, but keep us both open if you would. Please.
Drop that link. Hey. Go Bucks. Go Bucks. What's good, Leroy Forbes? We in this bit. Oh, you know how it goes. Well, I like this one. I remember this one. That's why I liked it. I remember I liked that one for a reason. Sorry, because a lot of people don't know what I do before my live streams is I literally just go through like my likes and comments on Twitter and literally just picking off everything that I was talking about throughout the time of my last video and picking out the good parts out of it. Like, oh, here's something that I'm doing, here's something that I'm using, blah, 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 blah. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, that's the plug to follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter. It didn't do you much good the last 2 weeks to follow me on YouTube or Twitter because
you got that word
on both platforms.
Hey, keep that energy.
Well, do you know?
They put you on blast. They keep that energy.
They didn't like the message. They didn't like the message. Well, I even did a test. Did you see the one video I did as a test?
I didn't.
I did a video on how YouTube censors.
Really?
No boobs, not even a cuss word. But I said, look, I'm being targeted and I'll prove it. I guarantee you this video comes out of the blocks being banned, being rated 18 or older. And then I'm going to do an appeal. That appeal is going to be denied within 3 seconds. And then I'm going to the YouTube creator support because I guarantee you this is what's going to happen. So I posted a video that basically the whole video, it was 15 minutes or so, called YouTube a bunch of censoring Nazis. And then posted that bitch. And of course, exactly what I said was going to happen, happened. It came out of the blocks 18 or older, rated automatically. I did an appeal. The appeal got denied automatically by the bots. And then I had a chance to go in and appeal to a person. And I said, hey, I need to know exactly what timestamp I offended the bots. But then it was funny because nobody really got to see the video, but there were all of a sudden 18 views. So there were 18 people at YouTube that were checking out the appeal going, God damn it, he just called us a Nazi. But he didn't show any boobs. And he's right. But, and surprisingly, I didn't get another ban on YouTube. But but I did it to prove a point. And I even said to the guy, I mean, the only thing that's going to happen here is somebody up there is going to have to watch it, and they're going to get butthurt over the content because I'm calling them a bunch of censoring Nazis. But you tell me where I'm wrong. And they came back, and I got the answer to the human appeal, which said your video is now viewable by with no age restrictions. And then they didn't lift the strike that I got the previous week, which was bullshit also.
Jesus.
But the Twitter ban was a different thing altogether.
So guys, lesson learned. Stop fighting the man. Stop fighting them. We have no control over these. Like, we have no control over YouTube. We have no control over the. We've none, zero, zip. That's why we're in cryptocurrency. But the messed up part is there's no like real decentralized content creation place that's like, I feel would ever like go mainstream anytime soon whatsoever. Because like all the ones that were mainstream in the bear market were clearly like, no, I mean, the only thing I've seen working right now is Theta Network, and that's it really. And that's just because they have old Google execs backing it. But other than that,
they say they can't hear you. They can't hear you on my channel.
Oh, they can't hear me, but can you guys hear him?
My channel. I got it fixed now. I know there's a 20-second delay, but can you hear it now, Darren?
Let me know in the chat, guys. Can you guys hear Scotty P? Because y'all would have told me by now if I'd have been not saying nothing for 5 minutes.
Can you guys hear it now? I know there's a 20-second delay.
Lord.
Oh.
Hey, we good. All right.
I didn't have the desktop audio switched. My bad.
Look at you. Well, on my side.
Okay, you're good now. You're good now.
Okay, cool. But at least we can start with the video. And of course, I put the thing. This guy called the top, and he sure enough did call the top, guys. Like, so people don't be understanding. Like, now I gotta go find it because I didn't. Here we go. I swear to God, when I put this tweet out, I'm just like, guys, we can't have anything. We can't have anything because you know what happens. You know what happens. Now, Graham Stephan, give him his props. Real estate millionaire. Blah 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 blah. Cool. The moment he posts all in on Bitcoin, I'm like, God damn it. Well, we can enjoy this all-time high for a couple of seconds, but we already know there's sacrifices needed. I didn't even watch the video, but I just wanted to see what people were saying in the comments under it's just like, bruh, he's talking about SHIB, he's talking to this, and this is an interesting one, and I could just show more. People are saying we need catching noobs, we need their sacrifice. And and then it's just like everyone's saying we need his followers to sacrifice, and I'm like, the cycle continues. But the dude called his video called the top so decently. I'm like, well, it was a new all-time high regardless, but
right? That's funny.
It was a blow off top. It was, regardless, it was a nice little top, and now we've got all our indicators on the daily turning down. So you guys can expect like a flush out week, I would guess, because you have to also understand with that ETF coming in, that's a whole new ball player, like a whole new game of people trying to play these markets, getting wrecked and getting whatever.
Yep.
And so Bitcoin will still have its like ups and downs, but now it's gonna have, now the ups and downs are gonna start looking different. It's gonna start feeling, because this is a real big dynamic change in the market. Now, granted, you know, you've got a lot of, what was it? I know a couple of big like hedge fund billionaires dudes was like, "Oh, I'm out, I'm done, I can't do it no more," and I'm just like, man, get out of here. We don't need you. Get out, move. You think you're going to be able to move the markets with your voice? Get out of here. Go on. But it's just, you know, that's just how it goes, guys. So a lot of the stuff I've been looking at is just going back to the old tired and true indicators like the Bitcoin rainbow chart that we're not supposed to be following. But
I love that rainbow chart.
the beautiful rainbow chart that we're not
I
supposed to
love
be
that
following.
freaking rainbow chart.
But the rainbow chart is not the rainbow chart has not done us wrong yet. Not done
No.
us wrong yet. Until it does us wrong. Like the people keep forgetting. Follow the trend to the end. Follow it. And
It
it'll
works
lead
until
you.
it doesn't, right?
It works until it doesn't. If one thing in crypto, it works until it doesn't. Until there's a new hotness on the way. Time to go to the new hotness. No, but the reason why
Do you know what though?
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. You know what though? Because 2 streams ago when we were talking and you were asking, or maybe it was longer, I don't know, because you do these videos whenever you want, or whatever your catchphrase is, every other day or whenever I want.
Whenever I feel like it.
There you go. The conversation that we were having, you asked me what the next, can't remember the phraseology that you used, but you asked me, you said, what's the next market event that's
the next narrative? Yeah, what's the next? That's what I'm worried. That's what I'm worried about right now. What's the next narrative for Bitcoin?
Well, and I think, and remember our conversation was, it doesn't matter. Whenever they decide that it's time, whatever the freaking story is the freaking story.
Okay.
And because you remember, and I even said it's
Catalyst as well. Yeah. Catalyst. Yeah. He said Catalyst.
Yeah. Because if you remember, you asked me, and I said it doesn't matter, because after the faces get torn off and the gnashing of teeth, then Winnie the Pooh uses Bitcoin is going to be a catalyst. And so the first answer on the time frame that you that we're on since then.
Stop.
Is this ETF?
Did you guys catch that? Nobody. Winnie the Pooh uses Bitcoin. Oh!
It's so funny because you and I get so chuckled, and people are going, "What are they laughing about?" The last time that we did one was that, "Hey man, DYOR," and we were just laughing, and we were laughing so hard, and everybody's going, "What the hell? I didn't get the inside joke." But,
oh my God.
But you had asked what the next catalyst event, that was the phraseology that you used. And so here we have it. It's time. So what is it? ETF announcements. So
Boom.
Here we go.
But that took us from 30 to 60 back. It took us back from 30 to 60. We could go back
and now the narrative is always it's going to be ETFs and this ETF, that ETF. But now the news, the catalyst is going to be Fibonacci whatevers that get passed. It's going to price action is going to be the driving story now, just like it was Christmas in 2017. Ooh, we broke 20,000. Ooh, we broke 10,000.
You're right. It makes sense.
And then it was 20,000, and then done.
Because there's gonna be no one's gonna think about fundamentals at that point.
It's blue sky breakout, evidently.
Dang, I didn't even think about it because I'm over here worrying about what the next narrative is gonna be to hold us up. The narrative is just price. Like, look at the next number. Look at the next number. Completely forget about, is this even logical to be doing this right now?
Right. And it's like when you and I both got into the market originally.
It was all about, look at this number.
It was all about the price. It was a number go up, number go up. And here we are 4 years later, almost. And history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes, as they say. Mm-hmm. And so anyway, that's my boiled down, simple snapshot. But here's the biggest problem, and then I'll shut up because I see you wanting to say something.
Oh no, I'm just looking around, reading, just checking all the stats while you're talking.
Because oh hell, we're gone that quick. Retail investors have never had the access that they have right now to margin trading.
Oh my gosh.
And
Oh,
if
I'm doing
and
that
if
right now. Well, I'm not margin trading, but I'm definitely borrowing against some ETH that I have. So
but if we know
I'm taking a risk.
what we think is going to happen, and these retail investors think they know what's going to happen because, oh, it'll never go down below 20,000. Oh, it'll never go below, right? This wholesale access to margin trading is the kindling that is just gonna, it's the Chicago fire, I think. But, and Tyler said something the other day, hey, when ETFs got into gold, there was a 7-year bull run. Of course, if that happens, then the 4-year pattern, that stock to flow pattern, is out the window. It's done. So I don't think that's what's going to happen. But again, I'm not a chart guy.
No, of course
you are. I'm not.
Look, I have like, how do I put it? Give me a second to breathe, because I just did that and I came back and now I look clear, more clear in the face. Going back, the whole ETF news, the whole, like, I remember Tyler's old video when he put, like, he has a much older video back maybe 2019 talking about the same thing, because we were still talking about the ETF news back then. Like, back then in 2019, we were like, I remember 2018, end of 2018, we were still talking about ETF. Like, get out of here. Give it up. And then 2019, we talked about it again, how it might be the top of the next market. And now we're here. And are we calling it the top of the next market, or is everybody feeling like it's going to keep going? And everybody feels like it's going to keep going.
And again, what do they tell you? If everybody is thinking one thing and everybody is going in one direction,
follow the trend to the end.
Yeah, but it's also when you start going, okay, hang on a second here, because again, when you and I both got in, it was supposed to be pussy and donuts, and then it was. Then it was, hey, okay, I bought the dip. I bought the dip. I bought the dip, and then I'm to the point where I've invested more than I can afford to lose. And, that was in 2018. The buy the dip, the BTFD, only worked if the market's going up.
Yeah, it really. So speaking on that, so I've got like so a lot of people know that the first time, like, I talk about it, the first time I've made like significant money, quote unquote, in crypto was DeFi summer last year. Like, that was the first, oh my God, whoa. Not knowing what was gonna happen this year, not knowing what was gonna happen, whatever, right? But I really tend to like watch what these people say. Like, some people don't realize that a lot of these Twitter accounts are really, really good and really, really informational, even though it's like, the name's Degen Spartan, hentai senpai. But this is how you love this. This is why I love cryptocurrency. I'm not taking financial advice from hentai senpai Degen Spartan. But it goes through like the whole DeFi season 1 age, which was the golden age of DeFi, where all these different tokens like Yearn Finance was popping off, going crazy. What another one was? Republic token, XOR, Kyber Network had a little vibe too. Even Maker had a run. But
oh yeah,
if we look at all these coins in USD, and if you can go look at them yourself, they're not roughly that down from their all-time highs. But then when you start looking at them in the term of ETH, you can see that ETH has been outperforming all of these things since. since they began DeFi Summer. And I remember the amount of ETH I had during DeFi Summer is not the amount of ETH I have now, because I was holding on to DeFi tokens and their value in ETH kept decreasing. And I'm like, it makes sense. Use the altcoins within the platform to get more of the platform coin, and just keep doing that with wherever you're at. If you're here, this dude said, oh, here is the bear. Shut up, man. I'm not a bear. I'm cautiously optimistic. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the example that you and I have used a couple of times. We are, at least in crypto, my grandparents who grew up in the Depression. The way that we approach a project or a move or taking profits is based on, in crypto, we grew up in the Depression. So, I mean, we approach things differently than somebody who just got in last June, who only knows number go up. Uh-oh, you got an earthquake going on there?
No, I kicked my camera.
Dr. Ed just said something to fit what you were saying a while ago. Remember when Backed was going to make us all skyrocket? Remember?
I remember Backed. God, that was such a talking point for like 2 months of the bear market, and then, oh, guess what? It's not backed by any. Oh, get out of here.
or actually the killer to
what
that
was it? The Backed in
story.
Starbucks deal that everybody was talking about. That was so hot.
Well, it was supposed to be Litecoin in Starbucks first, but that was early 2018. But Backed was supposedly supposed to be purchased with actual physical Bitcoin.
Okay.
And then they went, oh, wait a minute, no, derivatives, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, you're full of shit. Okay.
This guy.
What got you tickled, my brother?
On. Someone's in my comments like, I know who it is too, bro. No Bitcoin flag in the background, true bear. And I'm like, I had to put it down for a while. I had people come over. I had to put it down for a while. Don't worry, the flag is still here. The flag is true and true. As soon as I get like a nice little dark room, I can put it in. I see. But let's see what's going on. So the crypto dude, there's actually he was on what was it? What exchange is this? He was on Kraken BTC. And so the crypto dude, on the hourly chart, we had a wick down to 54,100.
Did you see that when it happened? I mean, I wasn't watching Binance, but
no, I was watching the Binance
Twitter.
one. The Binance one went all the way down to 8,000. What I'm saying is on Kraken, he said there was a wick, an hourly wick that went down to 54,100. And so that might be the local, like if you're trying to trade, that might be like the local bottom, because from my experience in crypto, and I think you've experienced this too, looking at the charts long enough, wicks get filled for the most part. Do you believe that?
No.
Or do you not look at the charts much?
I don't look at the charts.
I look at the charts way too much. Good God. But yeah, my thing is when I look at the charts, wicks get filled, bro. And even if it's down to the hourly, or if it's on the daily, or if it's on the weekly, you think it's Kraken's lacking liquidity? I don't think so. I think Kraken has liquidity because what you have, it's Coinbase, Kraken, and Gemini out here in the United States, right? I don't really. It's Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, maybe
DYDX to a point.
Who?
DYDX to a degree.
DYD. I'm in the sense of like regulated, right. Like stuff. It's Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, and who's the last one? The one for the Brave browser. I know I have the app too, so I'll pull it up because I know what I'm thinking about.
I know what you're thinking about too, but it's escaping me.
Uphold. There we go.
There you go. That's it.
And then they got a couple of new ones coming out. But that's why I don't think it's too much of a lack of liquidity kind of thing. I just think, OGs trade on Kraken and stuff like that. And maybe that's low key like a signal like, hey, this is how far we're going down, guys. And I don't know. That's
FTX also, Dr. Ed just added.
What?
FTX? For major liquidity.
Oh, FTX. Of course. That's one, that's Biden's baby right there. Yeah, that's Biden's baby, bro. That was such a clear sign. But if that's something you want to check out. Also, I'm on the Avalanche network right now, and I know I'm on the Avalanche network, and I'm doing I've got like Aave loans on the Avalanche network, sitting pretty nice. But I think I might put it back into Time, in which it's a fork of Ohm. So Ohm
that's
has
the one on Avalanche.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the fork on Avalanche, because Time is the fork on Avalanche. Then there's the real Ohm, the original Ohm. Then Temple DAO that's about to come out, but it's not out yet. But they're like they've already had like their whole Discord IDO situation already happened. So you're also gonna see Temple DAO come out pretty soon. Someone just told me about one that's gonna be on. Let me see. Rome. So Rome is another
I just got a message on that one. Did you do the mushrooms?
What is the mushrooms?
Oh, I guess that's a no.
No, I didn't do the mushrooms.
It was
Moon River. There we go. That's the one on Moon River.
It was here. I'll drop the link in your chat.
Yeah. So is it an NFT thing? Is it
It's an NFT thing built on Olympus Odyssey. Huh? And but you had to jump through some hoops for this one. And like you had to draw a picture with 9 mushrooms on it and write this in Latin 9 times and take a picture.
Oh,
post here, bro, and do this.
What are we doing? Are we summoning demons for crypto now? Like, is this what it's come to?
But there was 2 1-hour windows. You had to do it here, or you had to do it here. And if I was thinking it was more than it was, I would have done it on additional wallets, but I didn't. And then you got eligible to print that to mint that NFT if you were chosen, and for 0.3 ETH, 0.03, 0.3 ETH. And they sold out last night, and it went nuts. It was the low price.
God, don't tell me.
The low price now is over. Was 0.91 ETH last night when I went to bed. It's such a strange thing. But yeah, there were some hoops you had to jump through.
I can't.
But
it's hard for me to flip NFTs like that, man.
Well, for me, I was like, okay, it's a pet rock.
Freddie Sakpai said that voodoo crypto. No, but that's like a lot of people don't realize it. Like that's it. You know where it goes down, bro. Like where you can make the most money in crypto? In Discord. In Discord, it goes down in Discord, bro. And you got to do some weird stuff to get through these Discord bots and stuff like that.
Even getting verified on a channel.
Just to get verified on the channel, click the thumbs up.
You need a contract lawyer to get through it.
You gotta I mean, they're trying to stop bots, but the bots still get through anyways. Like, how the hell is this stopping bots in any way? But something that I wanted to show you guys that I've been using for a while now. I would say I was definitely farming this token for a while, so just be mindful, be careful. But so right now I'm using Wild Credit. It's a borrowing and lending.
Okay.
It's a borrowing and lending site to where you can borrow and lend and on your crypto assets and whatnot. And hold on. So you can see right here, I've supplied it with like 4.2 ETH, and with the 4.2 ETH, it's gaining like interest. So it looks like they're putting that 4.2 ETH in like a vault, kind of like how Yearn vaults would work. So they're putting that in like a vault, and I'm earning like plus 45% APY on that. But I actually borrowed some DAI over here. So I borrowed like about almost 4.5K in DAI. I can borrow up to like 8K in DAI right here. But the thing is, on this side, I have to borrow. The borrow interest right now is at 85%. But I'm also getting the wild token at 150%. And I was telling somebody about that in my Twitter, so I wanted to show you guys. But net positive, I'm making about like 63% APR right now, and I can claim these like wild tokens. So if you go to this wild credit, that's the name of the token, it's doing pretty solid. It's been holding for like, so like I said, I've been in this token for a while. I just gotta be honest with people. Like I've been in this token for a while, and it had its pop-off phase, it had its accumulation phase, and now it's having its next pop-off phase. And so I'm thinking it's having its next accumulating phase. But what they're planning on doing is they're planning on having like borrow against your Uniswap V3 collateral. At least that's what I'm thinking about it's starting to do. But I've been like researching it a while for a little bit. The developer is 0xdev, and he's been pretty solid. But just letting you guys know, being 100% transparent. Like I said, I have been farming this. I can go to a wild ETH farm. You can see here I got like some staked right here, earning about 230% APY. And then the wild token itself, what you can do is you can stake it like sushi. So you can stake the wild token itself, and you'll get X wild, and the X wild token actually earns APY. Because people can borrow and lend and get liquidated on the fees and whatnot. So once you do that, there's a buyback bot that buys back the wild token and redistributes it to all the stakers and whatnot. So I'm earning it here, staking. I have an LP position on wild ETH that's earning some APY as well, and actually using this the borrow and deposit feature. Deposit, borrow, you can earn wild tokens here at this APY. So it's almost like I'm compounding it, holding on to it till the end of the bull market. Because it's a borrowing lending site, it's a pretty easy give, but it's more of the thing that I'd compare it to. And I actually put it out on a tweet. See if I actually, there we go, right here. So I actually put a tweet out, and then of course, this is why I'm showing you guys, is because it's comparable to Rary Capital. Because Rary Capital is pretty hot because you can borrow and lend on with your collateral, and it's almost open and feeless and permissionless as well. Not feeless, and let me not say feeless, but open and permissionless. Like people, the reason why Rary Capital is so hot right now is because Tetranode came in and did like a ohm pool and just created the ohm pool, and then once that happened, ohm made Rary Capital like big as hell. So that's just something that I was like, and then of course you can see like a little converter, like, oh, if wild token was at the price of like with the TVL, because this came from DeFi Llama, like, so if you go to DeFi Llama, you can compare two protocols that are very similar in your eyes and see if protocol A was a protocol this, what would be the price per increase. So definitely check that out, but it's the calculate the price of protocol A with the market cap and TVL of protocol B. Yeah, that kind of stuff. What guy called the top? Oh, I told you this was at the beginning of the video.
Tune in on time, god dog it.
Right, I'm trying to say like the whole Graham Stephan thing. That the Graham Stephan, like he, when people who aren't daily talking about crypto but are like just general talk about things, they usually talk about things when they're at their peak, at their height, because at the end of the day, he wants views. You know what I'm saying? And what's not, what's not to, how do I put it? His video came out October 20th. That was literally the top. Literally on the day. Literally October 20th. Bloom, all in on Bitcoin. We need your sacrifice. Give me that.
Hey, I have to, because
turn.
I'm doing the same thing also. I'm looking here, thinking this. So real quick, because you had mentioned Coinbase earlier. One of the things that I was thinking earlier today out loud was, hey, you know what? If this Cadena pop last night and this morning, because if you're in Cadena and you were in it at 10 cents, like most of us were last spring, if you held on, and I didn't hold on to all of it.
I sure enough did.
But Cadena exploded the last 2 days.
Really?
And what I said on my Twitter was, I'm going to go ahead and say this out loud. If this Cadena pop is followed by a Coinbase listing announcement, there has got to be an insider trading investigation.
Good God.
Somebody is leaking NDA type information that's not available to the public at large.
What does Cadena do again?
It's like 7 different blockchains all under one. It is an answer for Web3. It's really in depth, but the connection was with Rosetta and Coinbase. So anyway, I'm just saying, if this price action is followed up by a Coinbase listing announcement, somebody needs to be taken out behind the woodshed.
Man, come on! Don't you remember Bitcoin Cash? Like, come on, be serious. Be serious. We already know that's happening.
Look at all this other bullshit that's going on. And again, but then somebody said, "Hey, it might be this," and then showed something with Binance, and well, we all know that it's sneaky as shit with Binance.
So what's going on? It might be a Binance listing.
Yeah, it might be a Binance listing, and we know they're
that makes sense, because I remember, what was it? A very old. What was it? Crap! It was a big Chico coin too. That just got listed on Coinbase, around the listing of Coinbase.
Unibright?
No. Crap, what was it? It was a token that he talked about but was not getting any love. RLC. There we go.
Okay.
That was the one that got listed on Coinbase, and like it was almost like the price was being kept down for so long because of Binance or something like that. The RLC,
yeah,
that might be, because that RLC pop, it was like instant. Like, people, like, when you see those kinds of like returns in a day, like 100% palm. In this market, it's almost like, especially right now, if something goes up 100%, expect it to go up another 200 or 300% in the next following days, because something going up 100% right now is almost like, oh snap, some news is happening, and you caught it before the first whale caught it, you know.
But yeah, something's up. I just don't know what it is yet. Binance listing makes sense, and we know that they're shady. But if this comes out as a Coinbase listing announcement, then it's got to be looked at. Or
they're part of the big boys now. It's too late for that. Maybe, you know what it is. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Don't do that again. I mean,
yeah, but they're publicly traded now on this, and so that makes it a different ball game on who can look at what they do. Just saying.
So my thing is, so you see this most recent Coinbase thing with like the NBA. They've got like a whole new official partnership with the NBA, NBA leagues, blah 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 blah. The official crypto platform of the NBA plus WNBA. Now my thing
Mm-hmm.
is, you've got what isn't Dapper Labs the Flow blockchain where they got NBA Top Shots and everything. And doesn't Coinbase have ownership in Flow, Dapper Labs, and all that? Or is there
I
no
wouldn't
investment
doubt it.
connection there? Because I feel like there's an investment connection there. But I remember I was just watching, I think the Gentleman of Crypto, and they're just discussing like, hey, there's going to be a battle here that's going to go happen because if they're the official crypto platform of the NBA, why isn't NBA Top Shots coming from Coinbase's official NFT marketplace? No, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so with that coming, I feel like Coinbase is about to come out with their own, like, they have to come out with their own blockchain or anything like that. Don't you think? They're gonna have their own NFT platform, but not connected to like what is gonna be the what's their NFT platform gonna be built on? On a what? On who? And then once we realize what they're built on, it's like, all right, so America has chosen this as their blockchain of choice. That's what it's gonna feel like in my eyes. But maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. Now, what was it? What else happened with Coinbase recently? I don't think anything else happened with Coinbase recently that I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to talk about that. Now, another thing that I've been looking at is people what is using Nansient AI or whatever, Nansient, and I haven't really been able to like deep dive into it and see how it really used, but it tells you like all the inflows and outflows of, I guess, the smart money, or pretty much he built like a little index of like where money is flowing into. And of course, this guy Alex, he's been, what is he? And he's the CEO of Nansient, so of course he's pretty huge, he's pretty big, so he's got like really big influence. And you can see here it has like different, like a lot of money was flowing out of Ohm, a lot of money was flowing out of Super, a lot of money was flowing out of Luna 1inch, and then a lot of money was flowing into like AWE, whatever, some sort of like interest bearing ETH, Rook. It looks like Spell money was flowing into Spell and Rook. We already know what Spell is, so we don't need to do that. But I think Rook will probably be something pretty decent to look at if we see like money is following there. So what is this, Keeper DAO? I know a lot of people have been talking about Keeper DAO, and as much
I did Keeper Dow like the first 4 days it was in existence, and I never went back to the well on that
yeah,
one.
but it looks like they've been like, I don't know. It just seems like they've got a little hype going on. Like some money's flowed into Keeper DAO. You might want, I don't know if they got some like events coming out soon, or if they got like, jump into the Discord and see what events, see what's gonna happen in the next couple of months or not. Might be something to look into, but that's just going off of like someone's data off of Nancy and whatnot. Excuse me, I had to burp.
Hey, good resonance, good tenor.
But also this week I asked people what are some good alt BTC pairs, because of course I was looking at the ETH BTC pair, and the ETH BTC pair, as much as people were saying like, oh man, we're gonna, I remember when we were down here a couple of days ago and people were like, oh man, the formation is broken, ETH is about to nosedive against BTC, blah blah blah. And what actually happened was we just printed like the biggest fat W I've seen in a very long time, and now it looks like it's doing like a retest, and then looks like it's about to take off. Everything on the daily, it looks like we're about to take off. The weekly, looking like we're having like the last big shake off before another big run up. And the monthly, and this is just Monthly looks like we're just consolidating, waiting for one more big like blow off ish kind of top to get up here in the monthly side. But that's how I'm seeing that. Now I wanted to see if you guys had another like altcoin BTC ratio chart that looked pretty good.
Well, hang on a second. Let me ask you, can you go back to that screen?
Yeah, of course.
Because I have a lot of people that are newer than new that are in crypto, and we're trying to walk them into the pool from the shallow end. So blow that up again, if you would, where you were at. What does a W? You said that's the most perfect W.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's like the most.
So for me, I go, okay, that's like peeing your initials in the snow. Big deal. But for somebody that's new into looking at charts and trying to understand what the hell that means, what does a W typically mean in charting terms?
So what a W essentially means is that was the bottom. That's what a W means. That was like a solid clear bottom. So you can see here like money's being sold off, right? Like, oh my god, they're selling, but then you catch it and then it's popping off. But then it continues to slow off and it catches the exact same area. And not only does it do that, it pops off again and takes out that area before it where it was having resistance at. And now you can see right here, it's actually coming down back to test this area to confirm, no, we're not going back down there. And if it can do that, this is not a guarantee because no trading nonsense is guaranteed at all. If it can hold here and then take off again, that's going to be a sign of like that was the local bottom there, because that's how bottoms look like. They look like W for the win. Now M's,
but that's not necessarily market sentiment. That's bots and algorithms.
Yeah, that's
taking over. Correct.
Yeah, that's bots and algorithms. Because you have to think about it. If you look, the letter M's, like how right here we had the letter M for Bitcoin.
So I'm going to assume that's the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. But that's something that like I remember when I first tried to start trading, people like W's are good, M's are bad. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, W's are good, M's are bad. Because
all right, so W stands for win. So W's are good. M stands for, somebody said money go down.
Money go down. Because you have to think about it. If it's an M, it's a top that's being trying to break off, and then of course it can't make it. But if it's a W, it's a bottom trying to break off, and it can't.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, also there was so for people who are like in Spell and Magic Internet Money, because well, people don't know what Magic Internet Money or MIM, it's just DAI. Like it's just another version of DAI, but not backed by USDC. So it's almost like you have to bond and pretty much have like a bonding mechanism to mint and receive Magic Internet Money and all that good. But you pretty much have to deposit collateral to mint it, and then that collateral that you put in is essentially the backing of like a Magic Internet Money. And like I said, it works just like DAI and whatnot and MakerDAO. But they recently just put a proposal to be to have Magic Internet Money get integrated with Tornado Cash. And if anybody knows what Tornado Cash is, it's an Ethereum mixer. It allows you to mask your transactions on the blockchain for the most part. Now granted, things like Chainalysis can still track your movements and whatnot, but to the average person who has like your wallet address, if they don't have like real developer like knowledge on how to like look through this blockchain stuff, average person's not going to have a clue. The moment you use Tornado Cash, gone to them. But right now, I don't believe Tornado Cash really has like a stable coin. I don't know if you can. In fact, I could go on Tornado Cash right now, but I'd have to get on a VPN to do it. Because I'd have to get on a VPN to do it because when you go on Tornado Cash, the very first thing it shows you is your IP address at the bottom, and I'm like, oh, okay. That's no, but that's why that's what it's low key trying to teach you. It's showing you, hey, look, we know exactly where you are. The last time you accessed your wallet, like it literally tells you this sometimes, like the last time you accessed this wallet, you were at the same IP address. You're not using this product correctly. And like I was just like, wow, this protocol is really going to teach you how to use it the right way. Like connect to a VPN, use your wallet, switch out to your VPN to another location, come back to your wallet, but don't ever use the same VPN on this wallet type thing to be able to move. And I was just like, wow, this is pretty, like at least the like as a lot of these DeFi products that we're using don't really show you how to use the product correctly. Like there is no guide. Like think about it. Binance Exchange has like, and then all these exchanges have like tutorials and guidance on how to do it. A lot of
times when you go to the project's page on CoinGecko and you go, oh, here's their website. Used to, when you clicked on that, you got to go to a website and learn everything about it, the team, this, that, whatever. Now, when you click on one of those websites, connect your wallet. Let's go.
Let's go. That's literally how it is.
What? And then you got to go find a Medium article on that website.
I have to go through a third party how to use this thing. I have to go like, oh my God. I thank you, because I thought I was the only one seeing this. I really thought I was the only one. I'm like, wow, things have really changed. I'm trying to find something that like exemplifies what I was talking about. Here it is. Posted on the Twitter. I posted this on my Instagram page. Plug for the Instagram page. Please go follow me on Instagram. And then it shows right here. Sign in with Google. Sign in with Apple. Sign in with email. Connect the wallet. Like literally, that's all we're doing. Going straight to the website. Connect the wallet. We're in. Let's go. Get to work. But no, I had to teach myself how to use Wild Credit. I had to teach myself how to use Aave. And I'm like, oh, why don't these? And the thing is, like, it's because these things are so early. It's because these things are so, it's because we're just so early. Like, we don't realize that these things should have like some type of instructional video right there on the website. Show me how to use this thing properly right now. Or do you not want me to use this thing properly and just get on here and get messed up? Like, I don't know. That's just my thing. If there's one thing that these products need to start doing better is a little bit more transparency and a little bit more, just a little bit more transparency.
Yeah. And again, the whole, hey, we're early. Doesn't that demand that, okay, then if we're early, maybe how about a little bit more? First you do this, second you do this, third you do this.
They're focused on getting that VC money. They're focused on the money for like, because
connect your wallet.
They know the truth too. We're moving so fast right now. Like think about just crypto. Like think about what's the hottest tokens right now, and go back a year ago, and I promise you these weren't the hottest tokens a year ago. It's just the thing is that we're just moving really, 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 really fast, really, really. But like I said, the problem is they're focused more on the VC money. They're more focused on collecting TVL or collecting total value locked in their protocol, because the thing is, a lot of people don't know, or they don't really pay attention to it. All these little like. I gotta preference this. I remember when I was talking to my interview with Trayvon James, right? And I remember, and I got controversial shit for it, whatever, blah 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 blah.
Oh, it was a good video, I thought.
It was a good video. It was a good like there's perspective. I want to show you guys perspective of everybody. But one of the things he was doing throughout the bear market was Tron had a lot of these like little gambling increase your TVL kind of games on there. And I remember like through the bear market, I'm like, I would never play these little dumb things. Like, why would I do that? Like, but they were actually earning interest. Now granted, I don't know who used anything on Tron right now, God forbid. Ugh.
Right.
But they worked. And not all of them worked, but they worked. And so what I'm saying is in this next bear market that's coming, a lot of these products are going to work. The ones that are going to work are going to be the ones that aren't going to get rug pulled. They're, like I said, we have hundreds of swappers. We have hundreds of like vault type products. Plug in your money here on this D app and whatever. Like just so many that there's not enough money. Once all the money starts disappearing, a lot of people don't know these protocols are run by devs in the background that can just turn it off whenever. What happens when they start running out of money? What happens when the TVL isn't going up? What happens when what happens when the main thing that these vaults are doing is trading altcoins to earn yield? Well, what happens when all the altcoins are going down? Right. So I think what's going to happen is just a mass exodus of like all these protocols, and the very few things that actually make money are going to stick around when it comes to like these plug your wallet in and earn interest here, or plug your wallet in. And low key, I think the products that are really going to stick around are like the leverage trading products. Like the
gotta have the toy for the degenerate gamblers.
The leverage trading products. The borrow against your collateral products, that's an easy given, because as long as they have stable coins, you can always deposit stable coins and short shit coins, man. I realized a lot of people don't understand how to actually short an altcoin without going to like a centralized exchange. So it's very, very pretty simple. All you have to do is like have DAI or a stable coin and go to like an Aave or like anything else that does like borrow against your collateral. And what you can do is you can just deposit your DAI. Say that you had like $100,000 in DAI, right? And then you go to Aave and they'll let you get like a 80% loan. And all you have to do is get an 80% loan of ETH. And if ETH's price is going down, what you would do is get an 80% loan in ETH, immediately sell that ETH for more DAI, and then deposit that DAI and wait for the price of ETH to drop. And on the app, you'll see that you'll be able to borrow more ETH, and that the decrease in ETH is your profit. Because what's going to happen is you're going to buy back ETH at a lower price. And that difference is what you're going to use to pay the loan off. As long as you can beat the APR in, because you're borrowing against the ETH, so you got to beat the APR on your loan, and you got to beat your gas fees.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Hang on, you just blew my mind. I will tell you that on that Rary thing, and I've done it 4 times now, and one time I bailed on that night where Ohm was dropping like a son of a bitch. I bailed out. I was still like $150 away from my liquidation point, but even though I took it in the shorts a little bit, I slept better that night. The other 3 times it's been a home run, but the secret is to send over, because it's gaining your staking rewards anyway. To send over a decent portion, and those are going to end up in your wallet anyway, but only take a loan that big, and you're paying it off in 8 days, you're paying it off in 10 days. But then you also have to look, when you take that loan and then you rebuy back in more, what does it add to your daily staking rewards? That's where the is it worth it ism comes into it.
Because you can't do it for like, it has to be like, you have to have a significant amount of money to make a short time period worth it. Because the smaller amount of money you have, the longer you have to do it to make it worth doing this at all. Especially
but if you take a small loan, number one, you're not paying back as much, and number two, like for me, the one I've got now, my liquidation price is 200 and something on Ohm. But by taking it and then buying a little extra and throwing that in, I'm repaying back the staking rewards I was going to get anyway. But on the other side of it, accumulatively, for 3 reward periods every 24 hours, it added up to an additional 1.8 ohm a day. All right, so that's what's an extra $1,600 a day. So for a week, that's, just short of 14 grand. Does that make it worth it? 14,000 a week to take this out and pay off this, which I was going to get anyway. Well, yeah, it does. And I'm doing some experiments with some smaller wallets that I'm a custodian for some friends, because everybody says, well, and that makes sense for the big wallets.
You're gonna
and
stretch
the little
yourself
wallets.
out. I only you can't do that. It's hard. It's hard to keep up that, because you're almost like a fund manager now. I hate, and I don't mean to say this on camera.
And I'm not taking. Okay, splice here.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's nerve-wracking. Yeah, no,
it's nerve. Yeah. You kidding? I'm not gonna say I do this for one of my friends, but I might have a wallet with a couple of friends together on it. And it's nerve-wracking, because it's like you want to make sure, like, you don't want to take the same risks in your wallet that you take in their wallet, because you want to experiment with that, but it's almost like you have to.
But at the same time, also, the real experiment was, is it worth the fees when you're dealing with a smaller sample size? And thus far, the answer has been yes every time. Thus far, again, it works until it doesn't.
That's the thing.
But let me jump in here and say one thing real quick. While you guys are listening, and I love talking to Kinsey, and I certainly appreciate all the interaction as I'm reading the chat. And there's some great comments. There's some good questions, and I'm not blowing you off while I'm blowing you off, and there's some really good content and posts that are in the chat right now. And just because I don't come back and call it out, it's because I don't want to screw with the fluidity that Kinsey and I generally have when we chat. But please keep pumping them in there, because I do notice what you're saying, and thanks for some of those other comments, and you've got some really good questions in there as well. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Just letting you guys know, I'm gonna be at this event. So it's gonna be Kathy Woods from Archivest, Samuel, president of BlockFi, and all these very cool, informative, highly recommended Florida Blockchain Summit.com. So it looks like they're gonna have an event here in Tampa, Florida at the Amalie Arena. I'm going to try to see if I can sneak an interview with Kathy Woods, but it's probably not gonna happen. But if I do, I'll let you guys know. But it's on the 4th and the 5th, which is a Thursday and a Friday of the beginning of next month. So also, I know this girl, she's what is it? Her name is Bank of Erica. Yeah, so Bank of Erica, I know her from Miami. I've met her a couple of times, so I'll see if I can get a little speaker and talk to her there as well. But just to let you guys know.
So this is not Shitcoin Festival Part 2, or what was the thing you did in Miami?
Shitcoin Con.
Yeah,
yeah, because it had the Bitcoin Con. But no, this is like a Florida Bitcoin Blockchain Summit. I feel like this is gonna be like a high, kind of event, and I'm gonna be over there in like a hoodie, real disrespectful with it, like.
Oh, dude. We were at this. I just got back from a birthday week visit to Tahoe, and I got a funny story I can tell you later that I haven't told you yet. But we were at this place, and it was so pretentious, and it was nice, and the view was nice, and the room was incredible, and the company and the atmosphere was all that. But yeah, you know me, man. I'm a cargo shorts and t-shirt flip-flop guy, and and we hung out in the hot tub with a couple of other couples. But there were times when I was just going, yeah, you're the reason that, I mean, you're the kind of people that we laugh at behind your back just because. But they were everywhere there. They were everywhere there.
So
it was fun.
So it's official. We don't know how long it will take for inflation to abate. Dang, I thought this was only going to be a short inflation kind of thing. It's just going to keep inflating. Oh, okay. And I remember people were so worried about like the whole debt ceiling kind of thing. And I'm like, guys, they only have one answer. They only have one answer. Like, the only answer is inflate these assets. The only answer is like X, Y, and Z. Like, that's the only answer. They don't have any other answer.
Let me take a time out here and come around the back door and then come back and talk about that.
Come around the back door.
Hey, get your mind out of the gutter. But we broke the story, or at least I did on Twitter and then in a stream, and then you and I talked about it. But 2 months before mainstream media started talking about it, you and I were already having discussions on it, on that $600. The IRS
right
is trying to make your banks report any activity over $600, and in the name of catching the 1% not paying their fair share, because the 1%, you know, obviously deals in transactions that are around $600. And there was enough pushback, there was enough concern, there was enough belly aching and outright bitching that they had to walk that back. So, but make sure that you read the story and not just the headline, because the headline says, okay, we pushed the limit to 10,000. We pushed the limit from 600 to 10,000. You happy now? Shut up. That's what the headline says. What the story says is it's 10,000 per year. Ongoing. So if you figure out what your rent is, if you figure out what your car payment is, and over 12 months, if those two things are combined, you're still in the crosshairs. You're still in the crosshairs. There's a reason why the mints aren't minting money. There's a reason why they want you to use your ATM card or credit cards.
Yeah,
there's a reason. Yeah,
we have no
they
choice.
want. There's a reason why they want to know what you're doing with your bank account, and it's not to catch the 1%. It's because, again, the 1% is going to lawyer up, and even if they do pay, it's going to be pushed way into the future. They need the money now to pay for this new Green Deal bullshit. So who are they going to target in the short term?
Me and you.
Us little guys, man. Us little guys.
Because we can't fight back.
So do not go, okay, mission accomplished. They push it back to 10,000. Read the whole story and don't stop making noise yet, because 10,000 a year, they're still coming for you. They're still coming for us.
10,000 a year? I'm sorry, like if you're not having more than $10,000 in your bank account a year.
No, in transactions.
In transactions?
Yes. Like I said, they went from the $600 transaction to, okay, then for the year, have you had $10,000 in transactions? Well, if you get paid $1,000 a week, we'll just say, and you have direct deposit, there's one.
Bare minimum, if you have a job. If you have a job, what do you mean?
So again, here's the question. Are they after the 1%? Or are they after us?
They're after us.
And they're after us. They're after us.
They're really
So
not,
you guys make sure
make,
you read the story and not just the headline.
and you make a person question like what are they trying to do? Like what's the purpose? What is the
They want
purpose?
to know everything that you do, and it has nothing to do with making sure that you pay your fair taxes. But oh, guess what? They're going to make sure that you pay your fair taxes
Come on now.
because we need to spend $8 billion to beef up the IRS so that they can increase audits. That's what they said. They said the quiet part out loud. We need more agents so that we can do more audits.
God, and pay them agents literally nothing to the dollar.
And you said something in one of the very first, I want to say it was the second stream that you and I did, and you inadvertently even referred back to it earlier when we were talking here. You said, because we were talking about the second stimulus at the time, and you said, and I'm going to paraphrase, but you said it feels like they're taking away our rights one by one with every stimulus check that they send. And you're right.
It was.
And you're right.
Every stimmy. Hey, yeah, give me another stimmy. We're gonna go ahead and take these rights with us. Give me another stimmy. We're gonna go ahead and take these. Don't worry, you don't need these rights. You don't want them. They're all right.
It's only 15 days. It's only a mask. It's only one jab. It's only 2 jabs. It's only 3 jabs. Oh, and now we're doing boosters, and the damn thing's not even out a year. But it's only this, and this.
Well,
I mean, if you don't, and I announced on Twitter, and I got this idea because I was listening to some Pink Floyd, and which made me go back and watch a clip on YouTube, and it was from the movie The Wall in this particular scene, and it is in short, it's a great analogy for what's going on right now, whether it be just from the hey, and Joe Rogan did an interview about a year ago talking about how wearing the mask just dehumanizes you and how we treat each other. And again, if we're trying to divide and conquer, because as long as we're fighting, we don't team up and go against them, because that's what's going on right now in this country.
So John was on here. John Hill's on here saying that it's still $600 on PayPal and other digital wallets. So essentially, if it's money coming from your job, cool. If you're earning this money on your own, we want to know every cent. Give us every cent. And it's almost like, well, what happens when I stop using my bank account? You know, what happens when all these other systems start accepting like just straight from wallet transactions? Now, granted, that's going to take a very long time to get here. And when these systems do start taking like straight to wallet transactions, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very centralized, very US based, like, oh, this is the US blockchain version of whatever. And so of course you can pay with the US version of the thing that's still almost exactly like a bank, you know? So that's what I see going with that. But that is unfortunate.
Thank you, Jeff.
Only other sources of income. I read the W-2 wage inflows don't count. So somebody said that they read that Brandon said, I read the W-2 wage inflows don't count. Only other sources of income count. And then somebody came back and says, John Hill, it's the rule, not the law. Big difference. Rule is a guidance. Guidance is not law. But last time I checked, the SEC, all they talk about is guidance, and they still could put people in jail for their guidance.
You better make sure that you read it yourself and not someone's opinion on what you just read, but read it yourself. Same thing when you watch Senate hearings.
Hey, do you have the
same
link for
thing
that?
when you watch those type things? Don't watch it on a news channel so that you get someone's opinion on what you're watching. Watch it yourself. Go straight to Go straight to the tree yourself.
Oh, do your own research. Yo, but no. Do you actually have a link to it or no? But it's probably deep into Twitter. It's probably like deep into the Twitter.
Yeah.
Inflation,
but I mean,
guys.
And again, it's. When I was in Tahoe trying to come back early in the week, I flew there Southwest and I flew back Southwest. Early in the week, I started seeing all of the cancellations because Southwest Airlines had imposed, be careful with the words we use, broccoli mandates. Okay. Got to have your broccoli mandated. Or if you don't have your broccoli by this date, you're no longer employed.
That broccoli mandate.
And air traffic controllers down there in Florida and Southwest airline pilots said, you know what? It's not that I'm anti-broccoli. I'm anti-broccoli mandates. And as long as you have these anti-broccoli mandates in place, do you know what? I'm not feeling so good today. And they're short-staffed enough as it is anyway. And enough people got this freedom flu, we'll call it, like when cops and firemen, they're not really legally allowed to go on strike, but yeah, there's that bug going around. They call it the blue flu when it's cops. With these pilots, they were calling it the freedom flu because again, broccoli mandates. But then all of a sudden that first day, 3,000 flights canceled or 2,000 flights canceled. And the next day, a little bit less. But you start hitting people in the pocketbook. And then all of a sudden it's, okay, well, hang on, maybe this whole broccoli mandate thing. But I mean, at that point, you either got to back up or you got to go full tilt. They can't go full tilt. They just can't. But, and I was in Nevada and I saw Nevada-fornia, as I call it, trying to be California. And you just see so many people that have given up. They've taken a knee. And it's basically, hey, well, I need to do this to stay in compliance because maybe they won't come after me. You need to understand something. They're coming after you anyway. But I do understand that, hey, let me at least hide in plain sight until they do come for me. I understand that as well. But, thank God for those that are too afraid to take a knee, that there are people, I mean, to stand up from taking a knee, that there are people like those air traffic controllers and those Southwest airline pilots who will stand up. And I think that the more people stand up, what's that?
The real patriots?
In my opinion. And again, it's not that I'm anti-broccoli. I'm not. I'm anti-broccoli mandates because when you give up sovereignty of your own body,
what do you have?
Dan Bongino, it's over.
What do you have?
It's over. And Dan Bongino said it really well last night in the little thing I was watching. He goes, don't be afraid. Don't give up. Stand up. And you'd be surprised how many people that are down on a knee that look around and go, well, shit, there's more of us than I thought. And they have the courage to stand up as well. That's when you start making progress. Off my soapbox.
And I think that is going to be a great way to stop the end because what is it? We're at like an hour and 15 hours. We're going to end it off of there.
We're going to end it with the broccoli story.
We're going to end it with the broccoli story. Because we got real political in the chat. I was like, bro, if you see my chat, they Wayne and the Senator
I'm sorry.
Elizabeth Warren revisited the proposal to execute W-2 income from inflows and outflow data reporting requiring via Reuters. I just read that real quickly, but I see what you're saying.
But I will tell you this.
It's been a while since I've seen you.
And I spoke about this in I think the last stream, or maybe the stream before last. She's one to watch out for.
Elizabeth.
Again, I don't care about political party. I don't.
No,
I'm a
I
little
get it.
concerned that she came after the Wall Street bets guys instead of Robin Hood when they shut down placing order. You can sell, but you can't buy anymore.
Huh?
And let that hedge fund out the back door and let them reduce their position. She didn't go after Robin Hood because billionaires and billionaires are bad. She went after Wall Street bets guys, but that's neither here nor there. The problem with her right now is that now she's starting to put crypto on the crosshairs. And right now she's reading what's been prepared and given to her. And she at this point is submitting to the whole terrorism, money laundering, tax evasion, the bullshit, but why crypto is bad stuff. And so right now she's only reading what's given to her, but she's gonna start to learn more about what she's fighting against. She's one you better watch out for. And since somebody mentioned her name, she's not a friend, just so you know. She's not a friend.
I wouldn't expect her to be one in the first place, to be honest. But
no.
Regardless, guys, me and Scotty, we're gonna have a conversation after this to hang out a little bit.
Hey, I'm sorry if I hit the political buttons.
Football starts pretty soon, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. But I want to say thank you everybody for coming to the channel. Hopefully you guys found some gems today. Hopping on Discord when it comes to all these token projects. Look for dates on when things are happening. Personal opinion on the market, consolidate, maybe do a crash down to scare everybody. Be like, oh my God. Oh. Looking probably for around like, I would say, looking for around like 50. Yeah, I'm looking for around like 53-ish. If not, maybe like 56-ish. 56-ish. If we go down, if we close out all this month's, like all this week's right here's returns, that's gonna be very scary for me. Just because it's just like, we're gonna have another reversal and everyone's gonna become a bear again, and then blah 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 blah. But I would say maybe like 56, 57. The one thing was talking about 54, but if everyone's looking at 54, then we're probably never gonna get there. But other than that, Scotty, do you have anything to want to tell everybody before we head out?
If you want broccoli, get some broccoli. If you got a problem with broccoli, your body, your choice, screw the broccoli.
Check me out next time. Take it easy.
Brother. Love you. And thank you for all the chat. And thank you for all the comments that we didn't get to address in the chat. I love all of you and I appreciate all your opinions. So, hasta huevos. Vaya con huevos. We will talk to you later.